Welcome dear students to another session of 10 plus 2 class. This is a poem, namely Once Upon a Time, the fourth poem from section B of your textbook. The poem Once Upon a Time has been written by Gabriel Okara. Hello, I am Yogita Joshi, working as lecturer in English at Government Senior Secondary Smart School, Panibaga, District, Mansa. Before starting the poem, let's go through glossary. This is section 1 of the session. In this section 1, glossary and paraphrase will be dealt with. Let's start with a pre-reading activity. What is the difference between old lifestyle and modern lifestyle? Think about it. Let me help you with these pictures. In the first picture, you can see happy children with happy faces, open arms, and a beautiful, joyful, happy body language. In the second picture, we have a young man who is having better clothes, better lifestyle, well-groomed, well-dressed. But look at the face expressions. Does he seem happy? Is the same joy visible on his face? No. Let us explore the major differences. The real differences are as follows. Real versus artificial, contented versus desperate, happy versus stressed, compassionate versus cold. The people in the older days were real, contented, happy and compassionate, while the modern people behave artificially. That is why they are desperate, stressed and cold. This is the base of the entire poem. Let's meet our author. Let's know about the poet Gabriel Imomotimi Okara. He was a Nigerian poet and novelist who was born in Bumondi in Yenagoa in Nigeria. He was born on 24th April 1921 in Nigeria and he died on 25th March 2019 in Nigeria. Some of his most famous books are The Voice, The Fisherman's Invocation, and The Dreamer. He grabbed many awards during his lifetime. But the most important is Nigeria Prize for Literature, the highest award of Nigeria. His education was from Northwestern University, Yaba College, Government College, Umuahia. Dear students, introduction of the poem says that Nigerian poet Gabriel Okara written this poem in which he laments the lost innocence of youth. In it, he condemns the hypocrisy of adults hemmed in and constrained by rules and conventions, adopting masks for different occasions for lying, cheating, and betraying, whereas childhood are portrayed as epitome of happiness. Childhood is portrayed as a time of honest laughter and spontaneity. Let's enter the glossary part. All these words have been used in the poem. Let's understand their meaning. so that we can have a better understanding of the entire text. Ice block cold eyes. It means a look showing no emotions, that is, a cold look. Second, conforming. It means behaving or thinking in the same way as most other people in a group or society do. Number 3, portrait. It has two meanings. First, a painting, drawing, or a photograph of a person, especially of the head and shoulders. Number 2, a detailed description of something. Not with colors but with words. Next word is riddance. It means an unkind way of saying that you are pleased that somebody has gone. Last word is fangs. It means long sharp teeth at the front of a snake's mouth. I will pronounce these words for you. It is better if you pronounce these words with me. I'll pronounce every word twice. Let's start. Ice block cold eyes. Ice block cold eyes. Confirming. Confirming. Portrait. Portrait. Riddance. Riddance. Fangs. Fangs. Beautiful. Let's move further. It's time to enjoy recitation. Let us enjoy recitation of the complete poem. Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes, but now they only laugh with their teeth. While their eyes block cold eyes, search behind my shadow. There was a time indeed they used to shake hands with their hearts, but that's gone, son. Now they shake hands without hearts, while their left hands search my empty pockets. Feel at home, come again, they say. And when I come again and feel at home, once, twice, there will be no thrice, for then I find doors shut on me. So, I have learned many things, son. I have learned to wear many faces like dresses. Home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their confirming smiles like a fixed portrait smile. And I have learned to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without my heart. I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. To say glad to meet you without being glad. And to say it has been nice talking to you after being bored. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all these muting things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh. For my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth, like a snake's bare fangs. So, show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. Once upon a time when I was like you. Dear students, I hope you enjoyed the entire poem. It is a beautiful poem in which the ideas have been conveyed using beautiful imagery. Let's understand the entire poem stanza-wise. Before starting the first stanza, look at the picture. Two persons are talking. They are happy. They are smiling. They have open body languages. This is what is told by the poet to his son in the first stanza. He tells his son that once upon a time people used to laugh with their hearts. Whenever they talked to one another, they always had truth in that talk. But now, people laugh only with their teeth. It means their eyes don't show any joy. Their bodies don't show any joy. There was a time when people were real, when they were shaking hands. They were shaking hands with their hearts. But the poet says that, dear son, those days are gone. In the next stanza, look at the picture. We have a closed door. Now they shake hands without hearts. While their left hands search my empty pockets, the poet says that if they shake one hand with me, another hand is finding out how rich I am. People often say, feel at home, come again. But when I come again and feel at home, the poet says that he only goes once or twice, because when he visits someone thrice or the third time, he finds the doors shut on him. People make excuses and do not welcome the poem third time. So in next stanza, the poet confesses in front of his son that he has also learned this conforming and artificial behavior. He also behaves to please other people. The poet confesses that he is also fond of wearing faces like dresses like all other people to avoid any kind of conflict. The poet says that these days people have home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face. It means according to the situation, they portray their personality. And that personality is according to the expectations of the group that they are going to deal with. Their smiles are confirming, as you can see in the picture. The girl's smile is like a fixed portrait smile, that is a dead smile, that is without any real joy. While her inner face, her real face, shows the feelings of restlessness, irritability, distress. In the next stanza, the poet is saying that after learning wearing all these faces, now when I laugh, I can see only my teeth. There's no joy in my eyes and my body. The poet confesses that he also shakes hands without heart. And he says that when he means good riddance, he prefers to say goodbye. When he is not glad to meet somebody, he prefers to say glad to meet you. And when he feels so much bored after talking to someone, he does not tell the person the real thing. He says that it has been nice talking to you. So in this stanza, the poet explains the artificial behavior that he has learned in this modern lifestyle. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. Here in this stanza, the poet says that I want to be like you, who is innocent and carefree. That is why you can have the real joy and happiness of life, as seen in the picture. The real joy and the real happiness. Most of all, I want to relearn how to love. Here the poet says that he wants to live his life again like he used to live when he was real, not artificial. He wants to be real so that he can laugh again. And he wants that mirror should show his real laughter, because now his laugh is showing only his teeth, and he has compared his teeth to the snake's bare fangs. So in the last stanza of the poem, like the feelings in the picture, the poet wants to enjoy that kind of happiness again. So he requests his son to show him how to laugh, to help him relearn how to laugh and smile in a real and authentic way, as he used to smile once upon a time when he was like his son, when he was a child, when he was innocent, when he was real. So that is the complete meaning of the poem. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's conclude. All these are ideas contained in the poem. The poem is about hypocrisy. The poem says that hypocrisy is the real cause of stress in modern life. The true happiness is in being simple and real. The poet gives the message of being innocent like a child to enjoy the real place of life. As we can see in the picture, a father and a son are enjoying the company of each other. Now, I have a little task for you that you will do at your home. You will write one sentence for each word discussed in the glossary. Easy. Let's move further. Recapitulation time. This is very interesting activity and a very short activity. I have written 3 words which are incomplete, and I have written only vowels for you. Try to guess this word at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time up. Let's check. Hypocrisy. So the right answer to this blank is hypocrisy. Interesting? Let's see the second word. Guess the following words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time up. Let's check. Portrait. We have discussed the 2 meanings of portrait. You can look in the glossary. Dear students, the glossary is also available in your textbooks. The last word. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's check. Laughter. Laughter. Interesting activity was there. Now moving on to the comprehension questions. These questions will be a part of your examination, and these are text-based. First question is, give the central idea of the poem. Dear students, I am sure that now you can write a central idea at your own. For your help, I have written a small write-up for you. Let me tell you. This poem highlights the fake lifestyle of modern man. The poet is talking to his son about his frustration of hypocritical modern life. He says that people have forgotten how to smile real. The poet regrets that he has also learned to hide his feelings. He has also started to wear many faces like all. People don't behave authentic. He laments upon the difference between real feelings and behavior of modern people. All this suffocates him. He recalls how he used to smile and laugh truly years ago. With passage of time, he too learns this dual behavior. He feels that modern people have many faces. They express their fake joy and love while they feel hate and irritation deep inside. The poet requests his son to help him to go back to his old, real behavior as he wants to feel that joy again. He wants to laugh loudly and feel compassionate all over again. He wants to unlearn this artificiality. The poem is a beautiful psychological analysis of fake modern life. So the entire poem revolves around the idea of artificial versus real and authentic versus conforming behavior. Second type of comprehension questions that will be a part of your examination are here. You will be given a stanza from this poem and then it will be followed by 4 questions. And stanza given here has already been discussed with you. And I have learned to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without my heart. I've also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. To say glad to meet you without being glad and to say it has been nice talking to you after being bored. These are the 4 questions. Number 1. Who is the speaker in the poem? Number 2. What has the poet learned to do with his feelings? Number 3. What is the meaning of laughing with only my teeth? The last question, what kind of life is the poet living? Let me reveal the answers to you. Dear students, try to guess who is the speaker in the poem. Yes, the poet is the speaker in the poem, and he is playing the role of a father talking to his son. Number 2. What has the poet learned to do with his feelings? The answer is the poet has learned to hide his true feelings and act fake in front of others. It means he has learnt the artificial behavior of modern people. Third question. What is the meaning of laughing with only my teeth? It means when a person smiles artificially to be nice to others while actually he is feeling negative deep inside. The last question. What kind of life is the poet living? The poet is living a dual and hypocritical life. This life lacks joy. The smiles are artificial all the time. Such life is really suffocating to the poet. The second stanza. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all these muting things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh. For my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake's bare fangs. Dear students, this stanza has already been discussed. Now I will reveal the 4 questions and I will give you the answers for first 3 questions. For the 4th question, I will give you initial line and you will complete that question at your own. These are the 4 questions. Whom is the poet talking to? What are the things the poet wants to unlearn? What does the poet compare his own laugh to? Write the significance of the title Once Upon a Time. Let's check the answers. Who is the poet talking to? Yes, the poet is talking to his son. Very simple. Second, what are the things the poet wants to unlearn? Now you can also tell. He wants to unlearn his artificial behavior. He wants to unlearn dual standards. And he wants to be real. Third, what does the poet compare his own laugh to? Yes, you are right. The poet compares his own laughing teeth to snakes' bare fangs. Last question. Write the significance of the title Once Upon a Time. And the initial part is given to you. The title signifies that once upon a time people used to live a real life. Now all have double. Dear students, complete this short answer type question. You can take the helper, central idea and introduction of the poem. Homework time. And this homework is interesting and creative kind of homework for you. You are to draw a mind map of the central idea based on the discussion. So in the center, you can write the words central idea, and around that you can write down the main points that have been discussed in this poem. I hope you enjoyed the session and I hope you loved the poem. Always be true to yourself. This is the final message of today's session. Thank you so much for being with me. Have a very nice day.